Let's watch this video.
As you all know, Mohbad died on the 12th of September 2023. The evening of 12th of September 2023, Nigerian social media space was hit with the very sad news. The passing of Promise Ileri Oluwa Oladimeji Aloba, popularly known as Mohbad. So Mohbad was announced and pronounced dead with an 11 seconds video. Now, in that 11-second video, Mohbad, the body of Mohbad, was lying on the laps of some persons. Now, one of the persons now turned his camera and showed Mohbad's dead body and said, Mohbad is dead while he's crying. But it was a short video. And in this short video, he didn't say what happened to Mohbad and how Mohbad ended up on their laps. Where did they carry Mohbad from? What happened where they carry from? And what killed Mohbad? This person did not say it in the video. Now, that raised a lot of questions. And people started asking, what happened to Mohbad? Right? Now, there were a few persons in position to tell us what happened to Mohbad. First, the people that announced that Mohbad is dead, they were like the first people in position to say, what happened to Mohbad? But they didn't say anything. The next person was Wumi, his girlfriend. Right? His girlfriend, Wumi, was supposed to say, this is what happened to him. Because so they discovered that Wumi was also with them in the car. She also didn't say anything. Then the next person is Adura Aloba, Mohbad's younger brother, that was always around the family, that was practically living with them. Because it was always coming there. And the people that was with Mohbad on that day that he died. But these people, they all refused to say anything, right? So the next day, Nigeria started asking questions. When there was pressure, Mohbad's girlfriend, Wumi, now went to go and post on her social media, where she said that, they have taken him away from me. Mohbad loved me so much. Mohbad cared about me so much. She now started talking about herself. But she just said that they have taken him away from me. She refused to mention anything. She said they, therefore pointing the minds of the people to another direction. So immediately, Nigerians remember that a year or so before, Mohbad was crying on social media that he was having issues with Naira Marley and the Malians. Now, Mohbad also previously was taken to NDLEA where he was beaten up and blah, blah, blah. So there was videos. So people now started bringing up all those videos and said it was Naira Marley that's on a live thing, right? We're going somewhere, right? I'm just giving you a backstory. So now, they said that Wumi was mourning. Now, these people refused to say anything to the point where they had to go and do a coroner inquest. Now, what is a coroner inquest? I read. A coroner inquest is a public fact-finding, legal inquiry led by a judicial officer such as a magistrate to determine the identity of the deceased person along with when, where, and how they died. So the reason why they even had to go for a coroner inquest in the first place is because none of them was able to say what happened to Mohbad, right? In 2025, recently, it was now discovered that while everybody was thinking that Wumi was mourning, Wumi secretly went to court to claim Mohbad's money through his royalties. Hold on, I'll break it down. Mohbad had an issue with Naira Marley before he died. And the both of them were in court. The people with the royalties, they were in court, right? So, as they were in court, months later, Mohbad died. So, Wumi had this information, and another person had this information. So, Wumi secretly went to court that he should remove Mohbad's name and put her name there. But guess what? It wasn't only her. She had a partner. Who was the partner? Adura Aloba, Mohbad's brother. So, this secretly went to court and said, carry all these things, replace Mohbad's name, put our name. So, now when they collect all these billions, me and Adura behind this. But they lied to the court that they had the representative of the entire family. I'll read the motion. As you can see, an order of this honorable court substituting the name of the plaintiff, Mr. Promise Oladimeji Aloba, deceased, with the name of the beneficiary representative of the estate of the late Promise Aloba, Mr. Adura Aloba, his brother, Liam Aloba, his underage son, suing through the next of kin, Miss Cynthia Omomi Aloba, and his wife, Cynthia Omomi Aloba, as plaintiff. Now, some people say, what is wrong? First things first, it is wrong because these people are also persons of interest in the deaths of Mohbad. These are the people within 24 hours. And Mohbad's death is a mystery. They have not been able to know what killed him. So, in this same breath, and people were thinking this guy was money, she and Mohbad's brother secretly went to court to substitute Mohbad's name and put their name, and they lied that they were the representative of the entire family. Meanwhile, Adura was in the house the day Mohbad died, but could not say a word, right? So they codedly went to go and do. So it was discovered in 2025. Now, when they discovered it in 2025, right? The lawyer to Mohbad now said, no, this thing we just discovered is crazy. Because this girl, Wumi, was never married to Mohbad. They only did an introduction. She was never married to Mohbad. So what are the supporting documents to say that she was married to Mohbad? That gave her the right to say she was representing the family to claim all these billions. So therefore, you have to remove her name from this and replace the name with, number one, Mohbad's elder sister, Mohbad's uncle, Mohbad's cousin, and they now created a space, a blank space for Liam. The reason why they did not put his name Liam is because they were still debating the paternity of the child. So if it comes out that Liam is the son of Mohbad, then automatically Liam and Wumi will now enter. So they said this is what we want because these people secretly went to go and do this. They didn't consult the whole family. It is a big family. The Aloba family is big. The Mohbad mother family, they are big. Why didn't they consult us? Right? And how come Adura and Wumi, these are kids. Wumi was born in 1999. How come these kids want to collect all these billions without consulting us? So they said they should replace. Immediately they said they should replace. Wumi said no. I was married to Mohbad. And when Mohbad was alive, I was his wife. And my name is Aloba. And my name is Aloba. So if I'm his wife, I am entitled to also be on this file. Then I said, okay. You claim that you are his wife. She said, yes. All our identification documents, all our identity, Aloba is there. So when they were arguing, the lawyer now filed. They now got Wumi's international passport. This international passport was renewed 1 year, 2 months after Mohbad died. God so can, in the international passport, the name on the international passport does not carry Aloba. The name on the international passport carries Adebanjo Cynthia Omomi. That's what it carried. Right? So when they filed this, and they said, as you can see, she lied that her identity carries Aloba. So when they filed, Wumi now responded. Now, this is the craziest part, right? So Wumi now responded. She now said that during the lifetime of my husband, I was married to him and publicly known by his surname Aloba. That I did not at any time falsely represent myself as Miss Aloba. That contrary to the deposition of the applicant, I bore and used the surname Aloba during the lifetime of my husband. That during the lifetime of my husband, that during the lifetime of the deceased, I possessed official identification documents bearing the surname Aloba. So she's trying to say, this is already the talk, now, this is where it gets crazy. That I am presently in possession of my national identity card, issued during the lifetime of the deceased, bearing the name Cynthia Omowumi Aloba, attached and marked Exhibit Imole 5. It's a copy of the said national identity. So she said, come on. My international passport does not carry Aloba, right? But my national ID card, my NIN, carries Aloba. So therefore, I'm an Aloba. So she now presented the national ID card. As you can see, it's on the screen. Aloba Cynthia Omomi. And everybody said, oh, sorry, no face. No face, you get legal rights, no face, sorry. And then there was one person that was a crook. That person said, Wumi, come. You renewed your international passport 1 year, 2 months after your husband died. You renewed it for 10 years, 2024 to 2034. Your name on your international passport carries Adebanjo Cynthia Omomi. The name on the international passport, the information on your international passport must tally with the information on your NIN. So how come on your NIN it is showing Aloba Cynthia Omomi, but on your international passport it is saying Adebanjo Cynthia Omomi? Something is wrong. They insisted that this is true. Guess what? These people now went to go and consult NIN. My brothers, lo and behold, on the NIN, it carries Cynthia Omomi Adebanjo. So therefore, in order for Wumi to claim Mohbad's wealth, Wumi secretly went to go and forge a document. This is a very big crime. This girl went to go and forge an NIN, bro. This girl forged an NIN. Now, could it be that this is the reason why Adura refused to give credible information as to what led to the crime of his brother? Could it be that this is why Wumi refused to speak in the earlier stage? Could it be that these people are involved in the unaliving of Mohbad because of his property and money? While everybody thought that this girl was mourning, since she dey cry, she no fit chop, she no fit eat, not knowing that this girl don't go court secretly with Mohbad's brother to claim the money of Mohbad, because this is going to come in billions, to claim it. They did not inform the head of the family, Baba Mohbad. She was never married to him. And because she knows that she was never married to him, she went to go and forge an NIN. This is a big crime in this country. So I have a lot of questions, right? Number one, which certificate gives her the authority to bear Miss Aloba? Where is the marriage certificate? Where is the customary Islamic certificate done? Because she claimed that all during the lifetime of Mohbad, she was answering Aloba. But there's no document supporting that claim that you are an Aloba. But when you now realize, you now went to go and forge a document. Because you refused to accept to be an Aloba in the lifetime because he was never married to you. That's why people went to go and do introduction. And that is exactly why, even when you renewed your passport in 2024, 1 year, 2 months after he died, you did not put Aloba because you have never been an Aloba. Because you must have told him that I will never bear your name until you marry me. We are just doing boyfriend and girlfriend. Number two, cohabitation. Childbirth does not give legality to marriage. 100%. The fact that you're born for a man no mean say you don't marry the man. For the women who won't come cry, you get brothers. Would you take this? For all the people who want emotionally come cry now, would you take this? Could it be that this is the reason why Mohbad was unalived? Number three, identification of serious fraud committed. We have to point out that the serious fraud crime that was committed. Forged, fabricated document of NIN. And she swore an affidavit. So you went to go and forge an NIN. This is a very serious criminal offense. If your hand was clean and if you didn't have intention, why are you forging a document? You even swore to an affidavit, and this document was given to the court. So you lied to the court after swearing an affidavit. You forged an NIN to put an Aloba, meaning you were never mourning your husband. Now money dey your mind. So all those lies where she dey mourn, you see this matter dey deep. Now, number four, where is the letter of administration? Who appointed her to be an administrator? Because she and Adura claim, saying that then they represent the entire family, and the entire family no know. Meaning say, if to say they don't collect this money, the family for no know. Two of them for just codedly. Mind you, these two people were in that house until today. They could not give an account of what happened in that house. They say na nurse, this one say na this. Nurse say when she come, Mohbad already buy. Say she took an injection. Say they bleed. Nurse talk a lot of things. Say it was already bleeding. This one say it cut down. This one say this. Till today. Could it be that Adura and Wumi know more? The next part will be juicy. You will love it.